To me, museums are shelters, temples, playgrounds, and textbooks about art, architecture, and science.
I feel museums are very important because to me, they are the record keepers and the researchers of lost history.
The primary role is not only to preserve the artworks of generations to enjoy, but they do chase after beauty, aesthetics, and creative expression.
Acts as a time capsule for the things that we know and what is to come next. It helps us dream bigger as a collective.
Contemporary art museums are important because of their openness and diversity. They embrace queerness and all kinds of inspirations, and they are defined by 7 different fine art disciplines, and they reflect our time in all these sectors. They speak about environmental issues, gender issues, science discovery, and medium discovery. And all of these things can happen in a museum, and everyone has access to it.
I find Natural History Museum fascinating because I've always been interested to learn more about extinct species, like why did they go extinct, how did they look like, and myth and legends, and especially cryptids, just species that are yet discovered by humans or not known to them at that point of time. And honestly, where else in the world can you find such a close-up look on ancient fossils and ancient faunas like this?
My go-to will be a fine art museum. I share a special interest in Impressionist art. With my wife since 2010, we will chase or go after fine arts museum and plan them in our family travel itineraries. They observe social movements, religions and its belief, and follow time periods through a spectrum of self-expression through the artist in that particular period. And we are really fascinated about it.
Historical art is a reminder that art is human and imperfect. So sometimes you'll see pencil sketching speaking through the final layer, you'll see a smudge, a scratch, a cat paw print, anything that shows that, hey, a human was there. So it's important for historical art to be preserved in its best state, especially when it's a piece from centuries ago.
To be able to see things, we need light. We have 2 different kinds of lights. We have artificial light, and we have at the same time the natural light, which is the sunlight. And light in general is energy. And energy in any way is going to damage the artwork. The best way to protect artwork would be theoretical, put it in a closet in complete darkness. But as you know, museums are always taking care of the heritage of our country. And they would like all the time to make sure to preserve these artworks for the next generations. We can protect artworks controlling the exposure time. So there will be different kind of exposure times depending on the material of the art. ERCO is utilizing LEDs, high power LEDs, and with an extremely high quality as well. We have additional flexibility to add filters. We can add this filter and reduce much more the UV content, guaranteeing to the client, to the museum, that we will have an extremely high protection for the artworks.
It's holistic, but it is an enjoyable experience.
Sure that all of these events that have happened will not be lost to the passage of time as it goes on in the future.
And I think that if you spend enough time in a museum, you can finally find that one piece of artwork that hit you, and then it will become one of the most personal experience between you and the artwork itself.
You can preserve these objects for the next generation, and in many years in the future, we will be able to see and still enjoy all these artworks.